Hello and welcome to today's yoga class. In our session today, we are going to focus on releasing the heaviness that weighs us down. Let's begin by coming into a wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands forward, release your forehead to the mat, sink the sit bones down towards your heels, and let's begin with a deep cleansing breath. In through the nose, open your mouth, exhale, let it go. And again, breathe in through your nose, fill up your belly, your rib cage, the upper chest. Open your mouth, exhale, let go. This time, breathe in through your nose, and as you exhale, breathe out through your nose. Continue breathing in and out through the nostrils. And as we begin our practice, I'd like you to draw to mind something that weighs you down. It can be as simple as a thought, a judgment, a resentment, or maybe there's some physical tension that makes you feel heavy. Draw that to your mind, and let's use our practice today to help soften and release our grip on that which weighs us down. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go. On your next inhale, draw yourself forward onto the elbows and tuck the knees under the hips. Let's take that left arm and cross it over to the right with the palm facing up and extend the right arm forward. You can gaze out toward the right and keep the hips aligned over the knees. Let's take a few breaths here in this position, allowing the left shoulder to begin to stretch and open. Sometimes the shoulders are the first thing to alert us to the things we're holding on to. The shoulders can become very tight and tense. So notice here on the mat that you can release that tension. Let's take a second arm position by reaching the right arm up to the sky, stretching all the way through the fingertips. Think of pulling the right shoulder back while keeping the hips neutral. And then we'll lower the right hand, place the palm under the shoulder, and then we'll take the second side, reach the right arm over to the left, and stretch the left fingertips forward. Keep the pelvis neutral so we're not tipping over to the right. Allow the right shoulder to begin to open, creating space, releasing tension. And we'll take the second arm variation, this time reaching the left fingertips up to the sky, pulling the left shoulder back so that perhaps it stacks on top of the right shoulder. On an exhale, lower the left palm and let's rise up to hands and knees. Tuck the back toes, lift up into a plank pose. On an exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a few moments to pedal out the feet. Whatever movements feel good to your body in this first downward facing dog, take those here. On an inhale, extend the right toes up to the sky. Keep the left heel sinking down toward the mat. as you exhale, step the right foot forward and lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead right alongside the ears. Stay here in this lunge. Check in with your alignment. Let's bring the palms behind the head and just create a little cradle for the head, opening through the heart and the shoulders as you rest the head in the cradle of your hands. On an inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, place the palms down on the mat, tuck the back toes, and let's step forward, halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sides and rise up. On your exhale, cactus the arms open wide, lift the heart toward the sky. Arms reach high, and on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. And then let's create that cradle with the hands. Rest the head in the hands and allow this to help you open through the shoulders, the heart, and the front of the chest. Keep sinking forward, not letting that left knee tip out past the toes. Stretch the hands up to the sky, and as you exhale, lower the palms. Inhale, step forward, and halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows, coming into a ragdoll pose. If the hamstrings are tight, you can softly bend the knees. Maybe sway side to side, or maybe find a moment of stillness. On your next inhale, reach around behind you and interlace the fingers. Allow the hands to tip forward toward the top of your mat, keeping the elbows straight. Softly release the hands down to the earth. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Hands meet overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, lower the left knee. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the head. Stay here as you breathe in, reach the arms high. Exhale, lower the palms. Inhale, step forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale to reach. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps to the back of the mat, lower that knee. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, interlace, heart opens. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, plant the palms, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, heart open wide. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms and step the left foot back, lower the knee. Inhale, arms reach, heart opens. Exhale, hands interlace. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lower the palms. Step the left foot forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, right foot steps back, lower the knee. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the palms on the same exhale, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, this time hands through heart center. Take a moment here. Connect with your breath. Remind yourself of your intention. You are here to let go of things that are no longer serving you. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, walk or jump back, flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel reaches high. Exhale, step that foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up for crescent lunge. On your exhale, lower the hands, and this time you can reach around behind you, bringing the hands into a reverse prayer. If that's not accessible, simply clasp opposite elbows, hinge forward, and let's come into a balancing posture, bringing the weight into the right leg as we lift the left heel, and then step back softly, straighten the front foot, and fold into a pyramid pose. Feel the opening in the shoulders and in that right hamstring. Press the weight to the pinky toe edge of that left foot, and then try to square the hips forward in line with the top edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, release the hands to the inside of the right foot, quarter turn to your left for Prasarita. Reach around behind you, interlace the fingers, allow the palms to fall overhead. Breath in, breath out. Staying present with your practice. Inhale, lengthen the spine, release the hands, turn toward the back edge of your mat. Bend the left knee, rise up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, interlace the palms behind you into prayer pose, or clasp opposite elbows, hinge forward, and then come forward into your balancing posture, warrior 3, with the hands in prayer behind the back. Find your balance. Softly release the right leg behind you. Straighten the left leg as you fold forward into pyramid, keeping the hands in reverse prayer or clasping opposite elbows. Feel that the weight of the world is beginning to slip off of your shoulders as you create some spaciousness. Inhale, rise up halfway, release the hands to the inside of the left foot, quarter turn to the right. This time spin the heels in, toes out, rise up for a squat. Arms reach overhead, interlace the fingers and flip the palms up to the sky. Sink the hips down, and then keep pressing out to the pinky toe edges of the feet so that the knees are not jutting inward. Straighten the legs, and let's release the hands. Square the right foot to the short edge of your mat, and we'll come into triangle pose. Left arm reaches down, right arm to the sky. Think of creating length not only through the right side of the body, but also through the left side. We're not dumping the weight into that left hand, but rather equally reaching up through the right hand and down through the left. Inhale, rise up, pivot the left toes in and the right toes out. Moving into Trikonasana, second side, left arm to the sky, right arm grounding down, energy moving through the fingertips equally in both directions. On your exhale, lower the hands, one on each side of the right foot. Step the right foot back, float that if you'd like, and then move through your chaturanga flow. Exhale back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, left heel reaches to the sky. As you exhale, step that foot forward, rise up, crescent lunge, arms alongside the ears. As you exhale, release the hands, bring those to prayer behind the back or clasp opposite elbows. As you exhale, hinge forward, spin onto the right toes. Find your balancing warrior three with hands behind the back. Straight line of energy from the right heel through the hip, through the crown of the head. Release the right foot behind you, pinky toe edge of that foot square with the back edge of the mat, and then fold forward over your straightened left leg. Allowing yourself a few breaths in pyramid pose to stretch, to release. When we stretch, we create space, and that creates the opportunity to release. Hands to the inside of the left foot, quarter turn to the left. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold into your prasarita. Interlace the fingers behind the back, straighten through the elbows, and then allow the shoulders to open and release. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let it go. On your next breath in, rise up, halfway lift, release the hands, turn to the back edge of your mat, and let's come into our crescent lunge. Right knee is bent, arms reach overhead, stay on the ball of that left foot. As you exhale, release the hands into reverse prayer position or clasp opposite elbows. Exhale to hinge forward. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, come forward into your warrior three, keeping the hands in reverse prayer. Stay here for a deep breath, and then lower that back foot, square with the back edge of the mat, straighten the right leg, fold forward into your pyramid pose. On an inhale, rise up halfway, release the hands to the inside of the right foot, quarter turn to your left, pivot the heels in and the toes out. Inhale, rise up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms. Think of pressing the palms against the ceiling as you sink the pelvis down. On an inhale, straighten the legs, pivot the right toes out to the back edge of the mat, square the left foot, and we'll move into Trikonasana. Right hand reaches down, left arm reaches up. Think of energizing through the arms, even through the fingertips. Inhale, rise up, simply change the feet. Left toes face forward, right foot squared to the back edge of your mat. Trikonasana. And then let's lower the right hand. We'll step the left foot back, floating that if you'd like an Ekapada Chaturanga. And we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in and a deeper breath out. On your inhale, come forward into plank pose and lower all the way down onto your belly. Let's extend the arms out to the sides, bending at the elbows, and then place the right palm under the right shoulder as you press yourself onto the left side of the body. You can bend the knees here or reach the right foot around behind the left leg. We still want to keep the left arm extended with the elbow in line with the shoulder, 90-degree bend at the elbow. I personally find this to be a very intense stretch, so stay here and breathe. Take a deep breath and let go of what is weighing you down. Notice what you're holding on to, whether it's tension, stress, or even expectations. And allow yourself to let it go one deep breath at a time. As you breathe out, let's slowly begin to make our way back onto the belly. And then we'll extend both arms out like a T. This time, left palm under the left shoulder, and we'll roll onto the right side body, either keeping the knees bent or reaching around with that left foot, placing it behind the right knee. Keeping a 90-degree bend in that right elbow. Hang out here. Take a few deep breaths. Notice where you can let go. Find a place in your body to start the letting go process. You let go in the toes. Find where you're gripping. What about the muscles of your face? I don't know who said it, but I remember hearing this quote that sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So I invite you today to let go. Give yourself permission to set aside whatever's weighing you down. Let's slowly release onto the belly. We'll reach around behind us with the palms facing up and lift the heart, the chest, the arms, and the feet. On an exhale, release left ear to the mat. Let the shoulders rest. Just unfurl onto the mat. Feel the support of the earth as you bring your head back to center. Bend the knees. Keep the arms just as they are, palms facing up. And on an inhale, lift the arms as high as you can. Lift the knees. This is a deceptively tricky pose. Lots of back strength required. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, release right ear to the mat. Each of these poses we do is physical, but it's also symbolic too. Think of each stretch inviting you to release old energy to make room for something new. Bring your head to center, bend your knees, reach back with the hands and clasp the outside of the feet or ankles, and then press the feet into the hands to lift the heart, the shoulders, and the chest off of the earth. Take a few breaths in here. softly release. Place the palms under the shoulders. Lift up into an upward facing dog, stacking shoulders over wrists. And then from here, press back into a child's pose. Undulate forward through the spine. Find yourself again in an upward facing dog. And then press back into child's pose. Round the spine as you come forward back into that upward facing dog, opening the heart. And exhale, press back into child's pose. Inhale, round through the spine, articulating each vertebrae, upward dog. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Let's stay here this time. You can stay right here, or if you have the flexibility in your neck, you can bring the hands under the shoulders and simply rock forward and back, tucking the chin into your chest as you rock forward on the crown of the head and then back, massaging out the top of the head, lots of nerve endings. In Ayurveda, it's said that if you work the hands, the feet, and the head, you've worked the whole body. Just be gentle with your neck. Move mindfully. From here, let's rise up to a kneeling position. And then we'll prepare to come into Gaumugasana, our hip opener. Begin sitting on the sit bones, and then take your right knee and stack it on top of the left. I like to walk myself forward to really get those knees stacked. Flex the feet and bring those into one straight line. On an inhale, reach the arms overhead, and then release the right hand, bending at the elbow and reaching the right fingertips up the back. Bend the left elbow and reach the left fingertips down the back. Maybe the fingertips meet, maybe they just reach toward one another. On an exhale, hinge forward at the hips and take a few breaths here. As you inhale, rise back up and release the arms. Pull the right knee into your chest, placing the right foot on the earth. Wrap the left arm around that right knee, and then reach the right arm up to the sky and around behind you as close as you can to the tailbone. You can stay right here, or if you'd like to place that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, feel free to do so. Let's slowly release. And now we'll make our way into the seated twist. This time, pull that right foot as close as you can to the groin. Stack the right knee on top of the left foot. Place the left hand on the right knee and reach around with the right arm. Maybe you can reach all the way around the body and clasp that right foot. Or maybe you just reach the hand by the tailbone, taking another twist. Twisting allows us the opportunity to wring out toxins from the body and also to release energetically the things that are not serving us. Let's slowly unwind, and we'll take these same poses on the opposite side. This time, stack the left knee on top of the right. Remember to flex your feet and bring those into one straight line. Reach the right arm up and the left arm down. Bend both elbows. Let the fingertips move toward one another. Maybe the fingers will interlace. On an exhale, begin to hinge forward at the hips. You might just move an inch or two here. That's fine. Just keep a straight spine. We're opening through the shoulders and the hips simultaneously. an inhale, rise back up, release the hands. Now let's take that left foot and place it flat on the mat. We'll wrap the right arm around the knee. Reach the left arm up and overhead, placing the palm as close as you can to the tailbone. And then gaze over the left shoulder. Keep the spine tall and long, wringing out the tension between the vertebrae. And now let's gaze forward. We'll pull the left foot as close as we can toward the body, stacking the left knee on top of the right foot. Reach the right arm up and around behind you, maybe finding that foot, maybe just placing it on the earth. Right hand meets the left knee. One more twist. Use this opportunity to energetically release and let go. And let's slowly unwind. From here, we'll make our way all the way down onto our backs. Hug the knees into the chest. And we'll release the left leg straight onto the mat. Keep the right knee pulled into the body. On an exhale, swing that right knee over the body to the left as you gaze out over the right arm. As much as you're twisting here, feel that you're opening and expanding through the right side of the chest and the arm. Opening the front body. And then we'll come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And this time we'll hold on to the left knee, straighten the right leg. On an exhale, the right hand will pull the left knee across the body, over to the right. You gaze to the left. Stay active through the left arm, reaching even through the fingertips. See if you can feel the opening through the left shoulder, all the way out through the left arm. And we'll slowly make our way back to center. Once again, hug both knees into the body. Rock side to side, and then find yourself rocking forward and back, massaging out the spine, forward and back. On your next rock forward, stay here. Place the hands behind you, fingertips facing toward the feet. On an inhale, lift the hips. And if it's comfortable for your neck, you can release the chin to the sky. Keep the knees directly over the ankles, shoulders directly over the wrists. One more breath here. And then look forward towards your knees and then release the hips down to the earth. On your exhale, make your way all the way down onto your back. Hug the knees in one more time. And then release the feet to the earth. On an inhale, we'll come into bridge pose. Simply lift the hips, interlace the fingers underneath the sit bones, and maybe shimmy the shoulders side to side to get a little more opening through the shoulders. Let's release the hands and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself down. Let's extend the legs onto the mat. Let the feet fall open wide. Let the arms rest comfortably far from the body, palms facing up. As we take a moment to settle into stillness, let's reflect on the theme of release. Bring your awareness to something that you've let go of today, whether it was physical tension, a lingering thought that was not serving you, or an emotional burden. Acknowledge the shift, no matter how small, and recognize the power of letting go. Take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, imagine drawing in fresh energy and lightness. As you exhale, visualize releasing anything you no longer need. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale deeply and exhale fully, softening your body into the mat. 1 more time. Inhale peace and exhale any remaining tension. As you rest in your Savasana, I'll leave you with this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. Allow yourself to rest here in lightness and freedom. On your next breath in, begin to deepen your breath. Slowly begin to reintroduce movement to your body, rotating the wrists and the ankles, and then stretch the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Bend your knees. Gently roll over to your right side. Stay light in your body as well as your mind as you rise up to a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed. And remember that letting go is a process. It's not a one-time event. It's not something we do once and it's done forever. It's a practice of returning to yourself and choosing peace over resistance again and again. I've found that yoga is a very powerful tool to support this journey, reminding you that with every exhale, you're capable of setting down what no longer serves you, making space for freedom, for joy, and for possibility. So let's close out our practice together by receiving a deep inhalation and exhaling completely. And again, breathe in and exhale heaviness and weight. On your next breath in, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, pulling lightness and peace into your heart space. 1 more time. Inhale, arms reach overhead. And exhale, bring it down to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you can move back into your day with lightness and with peace. Namaste.